Today, I'm going to be comparing two upcoming decentralized exchanges with absolutely enormous potential, all right? Enormous potential, and that is ZKSwap Finance and Moraswap. And my Patreon had access to both of these coins at a ridiculously low market cap. So if you want to join the Patreon, get that edge on your cryptocurrency investing journey, link is in the description. Check out the benefits there. Apart from that, my name is Zach. Nothing I say is financial advice. Let's get straight into the video. So ZKSwap Finance, it is on the ZK Sync era mainnet with more chains coming soon, and it's a swap to earn decentralized exchange with major potential, currently sitting at a $3.8 million market cap, as we can see here, or just under, sorry. So what it is, right, is it's a decentralized exchange, and say for example I want to swap on Ethereum, I can get my ZF depending on how much money I want to swap for it, and you can earn something called ZK points, all right, which we'll talk about in just a second. But that's not the only utility it has, all right. There's also liquidity providing with some quite solid APRs, all right. Those are some serious APRs right there. They also have their earn, all right. They're farming, they have staking, they have their campaign, and they have their rewards. And then we go into their swap board. All right, so say for example, I want to swap that one ETH for some ZF. I'm going to earn these ZK points, and this will show up in my total points accumulated for a cycle. And a cycle is a period of time, and it's usually around that 16-day mark, in which however many points you accumulate, all right, it's going to be a proportion of this amount of total points accumulated in this cycle, in this period of time. And the more points you have, the larger reward of this total reward you will earn, which is a nice way to compound your investment. And this can be increased, and your reward rate can be increased with staking in the DAO staking pool. They also have their bridge, right? A major thing for decentralized exchanges to have, which is quite cheap compared to other decentralized exchanges out there and other bridging options. And they have their ZK flow. All right, this is basically some of their analytics, but you can also check your airdrop eligibility for the ZK Sync token right here in the ZK flow section. And then we have our analytics of the actual project, and we can see that TVL, the TVL here is rising quite rapidly. And our volume is getting bigger and bigger. All right? And coincidentally, the price is also getting bigger and bigger. We can see that while I'm making this video, the price is currently going up, rejecting off this area around the 1.5 cent mark. And we'll go into a price analysis in just a second and where I think it is going. But basically, all in all, this is a huge project in the making. One, it is on the ZK Sync era mainnet with more coming soon. They will have linear, all right, and we'll show their roadmap in just a second. There are more chains coming soon. They also have their launchpad just around the corner, and there are voting, all right? So it's a community-driven project. Sorry, that's my chair. It's a community-driven project, and all voting can be done through their actual exchange in the voting tab. Another reason I'm bullish on this project, right, is the swap to earn mechanism. It's a way for traders to earn passive ZF. If you want to do this, all right, play one cycle, you can earn that passive ZF. And if you're holding for the long term, it could be a cheaper option if you have the time in order to get some nice ZF compared to the current price. So you can actually pick up ZF at a cheaper price depending on how many points you earn. But it's better to do this when there is a higher ZF base reward rate, or depending on how much you're staking to increase your boost. So, all right, circulating supply is currently not the best. But this can be mitigated through the swap to earn mechanism. You can completely mitigate that inflation risk, that tokenary inflation risk through this mechanism, as this is where the tokens are being released through, and you can earn passive ZF, like I said, through that swap board mechanism. Right now, all right, there are a few areas I'm looking at in the price. So one, straight off the bat, is this area that we have, the buyers have kind of refused to sell. So they haven't really wanted to sell below this mark right here. And I'm also going to be looking for the short term off this area right here to see if we can hold this trend line. We could potentially come down, touch this, and push up. But right now we're looking pretty bullish. We just need to break this high right here. And if we break this high, we could be on a challenge for a new all-time high. But there's going to be a little bit of selling pressure, as you can see right here. if we get my little brush out, we can see that it's quite choppy right here, and that is due to a lot of people buying the top, wanting to potentially get their break-even buy out. And once all of these buyers have decided to stop buying, we could potentially run pretty solid in the very near future. So I've just jumped into their documents and jumping onto their roadmap, and we can see right now we have completed a lot of tasks. Right now we're in our web app development, so there's a few things coming out here, right? So we have the launch pad, which is going to be massive, our vault, which is also massive, and our mobile app, which I think is actually going to be quite bullish for the project. CertiK, all right, the CertiK audit is just around the corner. That is going to be the second audit on this project, and the main big one that I'm looking at right now, well, there's two. Right, listing on top centralized exchanges and the cross-chain swap to earn, but also, all right, look at that, multiple networks. I'm going to expand ZKSwap to multiple networks, and when they do this, all right, combined with the top centralized exchange listings and more bigger influencers talking about this project, this is going to absolutely fly. Now we're going to be talking about MORASwap. All right, my Patreon had very early access to this coin, all right, through the Patreon, through my buy alerts and my upcoming projects alerts, and we got in very nice and early. As we can see right here, we've had a massive run. That's over 500% from that recent low here to that top, and we've been absolutely printing. So if you want to get that extra edge on your investing journey, learn a bit more about cryptocurrency, I'm here for all of my Patreon members. Link is in the description. Currently $20 a month, and you can secure that price for life, as it will be rising in the near future. Whatever price you pay is a price you pay for life, and that is a guarantee, or until you cancel. However, all right, as we said, we have been going quite nice as of late. And MORASwap, I can see it doing incredibly well going into the future. And what it is it's a decentralized exchange on the Neon EVM network, utilizing Neon as gas. And these gas fees are just ridiculously low. But it is on the Solana ecosystem, so I'm not very surprised that the gas fees are quite low. So there's a bit of utility. All right, so we have our swap, and there are a larger amount of coins. There are more coins. There are more coins to swap on here compared to ZKSwap Finance. But I think ZKSwap Finance has the win in the area of, who's providing more utility. Because we have our trade, we have liquidity providing. I'm not going to connect my wallet, but if you connect your wallet, you can see all the liquidity options. There is farming, there is staking, and they have their bridge. And the bridge is basically a third-party bridge called the Neon Pass, which is the way to actually buy the token. If you want to do this, I'd recommend connecting a Phantom wallet and your MetaMask wallet with the Neon EVM network in there, and you can bridge through here, get your money onto the Neon EVM wallet in your MetaMask, and then you can come onto the trade option and then swap your Neon for MORA. All right, and we'll jump onto the chart. We've been going pretty parabolic as of late, and is this potentially a top for a retrace? It's quite choppy at the minute. We could potentially come down to a lower region, reject of this, and then push even higher. But, all right, we don't know because it's such a low market cap, and in saying that, right now the market cap is $1.15 million with the first call. All right, the first call on the Patreon was made at a $200,000 market cap, so you can only imagine the amount of gains that we made there. And so MORASwap, there's not as much utility compared to ZKSwap Finance, so there's not as much utility, but it is a lower market cap. However, I do think in this comparison, I would tend to put my money more towards ZKSwap Finance compared to MORASwap, purely off the fact that they're utilizing the ZK Sync era mainnet, and they're empowering that, with their decentralized exchange, with more chains coming in the near future, with more centralized exchange listings, and it's a lot easier to buy at the current point in time. Whereas MORASwap is quite, pardon the bad language, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to buy. All right, it's not easy to buy, and if you have bought it, you will know exactly what I mean. So all in all, my favorite project out of the two, like I said, is ZKSwap Finance, and this is the one that I think could 1000x. compared to MORASwap. All right, who knows if we're going to get that 1000x. A 1000x from the current point is a $3.8 billion market cap, which, you know, for a decentralized exchange isn't unheard of, but it's quite a big venture for the project. However, I have incredible conviction on MORASwap, and who knows, this could potentially go to $1 billion, right? I'm not going to be holding it at $1 billion. I'm going to be out a bit before because my entry was so low. However, it could, all right, and I emphasize the could, it could potentially do it. However, I'm thinking, all right, MORASwap could hit the few hundred millions. At least at the current rate, it's doing quite well at the minute. All right, everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you want to join the Patreon, a link is in the description. All right, get that edge on your cryptocurrency investing journey. And if you want to collaborate with like-minded crypto investors, check out the Crypto with Zach Discord server. And apart from that, I hope the markets have been treating you well. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.